Welcome back, everyone, to another Sunday night of shenanigans. It has been a while. I remember last time I did the show, I'd done it 2 weeks in a row, and I was like, "Yeah, we're going to keep doing it," and then it didn't happen. So, but we're back. That might have been before I moved house, even.
Yeah, is this the first time that you're
in
the? I reckon it is.
Yeah, it must be, because that must be why. Because it was sort of sudden when I moved house.
Yes.
And then I hurt my back, and then I got the flu. So it's been a fair while. But we got an awesome show tonight. We got a very special guest. Sam is here again for the second time. But it has been a long time. How you going, Sam?
It's been over a year. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, no, super stoked to have you back. It was just random. This wasn't planned until this morning. Just randomly talking to Sam about the new podcast, which we'll talk about in a bit. And I was like, you should come on and talk about it. Like, it's like, how about tonight? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So here we are. A little bit unorganized. I only just got home not long ago. So, do you want to tell? Yeah, I was at the pub. So I wasn't drinking. So once a week I go to the pub with some mates and we play cards. We have dinner and play cards, and it's just a reason to catch up, basically. And it's usually on like a weeknight, but then randomly one of them rang me this hour and said, "Do you want to come play some cards?" I was like, "Oh, why not?" So I only just got home. So yeah, didn't have much time to organize it, but I've got a wicked quiz at the end of the show.
I saw that quiz.
It's got some ridiculous questions, so it's going to be quite fun for me. I don't know about you guys.
The chat can answer.
Yeah. And before I get stuck in, I really want to be selfish a little bit and say happy birthday to my mum. It was her birthday yesterday, and she's the best mama in the world. And also happy birthday to my second mum, Kelly, which is her birthday today. And she's very sick at the moment, so I couldn't go and visit her, unfortunately, which I normally would. Instead, I went to the pub. So happy birthday to both of them. Sam, you've been here before, but maybe just a little quick spiel about who you are in case there's some newbies who've been living in a box and don't know who you are.
I'm Sam. I'm Hammock Hustler on Instagram. I'm a clothing reseller from Alice Springs, pretty much smack bang in the middle of Australia. And I just recently started a podcast with my podcast co-host, Hanley, who's a car part reseller from over in Scotland. That's about it.
It's such an eclectic mix. Clothes, car parts.
and she's in Scotland, but like I saw on the podcast, she's from South Africa.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, is she a Kiwi? Like, when I was listening, because she's got sort of the South African sort of accent. It's a really good podcast, and like, if people want to learn how to resell or just want to get better at reselling, I couldn't think of a better person to be telling you about it. Sam works her absolute ass off, and it's going to be a killer podcast. I can just see already. So I highly recommend everyone go over there. I haven't got a link because I'm unorganized. Maybe Brad or Judder or someone in the comments can, it's one of my mods, can post a link, hopefully. But they're in the description anyway. So how often is it just a weekly podcast?
Yeah, so we're going to play around with some time slots because obviously YouTube gives you the demographic data of who listens in. So the next one's going to drop early morning in Australia on Thursday. And then we're just going to see if we stick with Thursday or Wednesdays.
That's cool for Australians because you can, like, you get up and you start doing your packages or whatever, you can listen to the podcast while you're packing your orders and stuff. If you're like me and your eBay store's a complete rabble, you haven't got many packages to package up in the morning. Anyway, but there it is. Thanks, Octo. So everyone go over and give them a follow because you're crazy if you don't. I'll catch up with the chat quickly first because I forgot to do that. Chris collects things and he also sells things. How you going? From the mega store. Western Picker, how you going? Cara's here. Frankston Flipper, how you going?
Oh,
Octo,
that's Michael.
yes, it is. Daniel Sun, how you going? Jada, Bradley, Mandy, how you going? Live for Wealth, how you going? Happy birthday, Mum and Kelly. Yes, my two of my mums. I didn't get a fed off them, but you went to the pub and didn't drink. What the fuck? I do it every week. I go there and I don't drink. Christian, how you going? Tash, made it. I like Scotland, my second favourite country. Oh, Brad got in as well with the link. Congrats on the podcast. We'll be tuning in this week.
Thank you.
Alex, how you going? What a great surprise for a Sunday night. Yes, it was a surprise to us three as well.
Cara.
I was like, hell yes.
Yeah. We haven't seen you for ages either, Cara. Well, we haven't seen me for ages either, but we haven't seen you for even longer. What have you been up to?
Oh, I don't know. Bit of this, bit of that. Getting my shit together and yeah. Not much else really.
Starting up eBay again.
Yeah, it's I'm just taking it slow and steady and just doing like what I can. And I was pretty burnt out at the start of the year, and I think I get really gung-ho, and I just have actually learned to really like slow down and, you know, do what my brain is telling me to do. So
yeah, I mean, I'm all over the place. I have a lot of issues with motivation and consistency, which I don't really care about that much as long as stuff gets done. But it does hurt me when I get sick. It really hurts me when I get sick. So I moved house. I stuffed my back. I was out of action for ages. Like, it's the same old story with me. I say it all the time. I hurt my back and I couldn't work, you know. And then my back started to get better, and then I got the flu really bad. It's taken me a month to get over that. And my store is basically not even a store anymore. I got rid of heaps of stuff off my store when I moved as well. So it's just a complete rabble. It's only like this week. I've been really making an effort the last 2 weeks to actually work every day instead of I might work like 9 hours one day and then not work for 2 weeks. Like, just doing like 3 hours a day or something at like minimum kind of thing. And it's really started to pick up, and I've been selling some stuff on like Facebook as well. So
that's good.
I mean, and Sam's the complete opposite. Super consistent every day.
I feel underqualified at the moment to be in your presence, Sam.
Yeah.
I like to shambles outside of reselling.
But you do, what do you do, 60 a day?
Yeah, so today I got up at 5, I scheduled 7 things on YouTube. I went and ran a market stall from 9 to 1, did 60 listings, did some photos, and now I'm here.
Yeah, that's nuts. Like, and like I
How
said,
much is it taking you to do 60? Sorry, Wayno.
No, you're right.
How long does it take you?
Depending on research, the actual listing part's about 2 to 2.5 hours, and the photos I can get done in about an hour and a half to 2, depending on if there's pants or not.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, like it's, I mean, seeing your numbers every day, things like that's my biggest inspiration when it comes to other resellers, because that's the one thing that I'm no good at. Like, you know, like being super consistent, getting that done no matter what. Like, you know, I could break a nail and I'll be like, fuck it, I'm not working today. But yeah, like the people that work their asses off, that's what sort of inspires me the most. It's awesome seeing, like, I see your numbers every day when I log onto Instagram, and it just blows me away.
Thanks, mate. I just found that having a decent sized target and like sticking to the target really helped.
Yeah. See, I'm not a target person.
Neither was I.
Yeah.
I kind of miss targets a little bit. Like, I haven't been doing that at the moment. But it will happen. But it's hard not like seeing people when you're on social media and like, looking at everyone else and everyone's sort of doing, bigger numbers and stuff, and like you sort of feel like, oh, but then it's like what Sam was saying on her podcast, like, you can't compare yourself to others, like run your own race.
Oh yeah, you can't. Like my reselling business is not, like, I'm not motivated to run a big, like, successful business. Like,
and it's good that you know that, like, that. So like, I suppose like when Sam was talking about like, if you want to get to a certain point and like you're saying that you want to get to it, then like this is what you kind of have to do to get there. But like, you're happy with like your life and things like that, and how you do eBay.
Yeah, like it's eBay's only aimed at paying the bills. Like I never have any money, basically. Like, but yeah, I have sort of realized I need to change that a little bit, just for, when things come up, like when I get sick and stuff like that. So yeah, I am trying to be like a little bit more structured and consistent, but it's still going to be a little bit all over the place. But yeah, I kind of do need to do that. Sam, we need you to work in the underground megastore. We do feed our staff.
We feel our staff.
That's a good typo.
I might, Chris. I might come up there and work for you if you're going to feel yourself.
Yeah, get a little hand job every now and again instead of being paid.
Love that.
Come work in the megastore. We pay in sexual favors.
Oh, that was good.
I asked you guys talk about perks. I asked you guys earlier today if you could give your number one tip for starting reselling. Someone who just started seeing videos on YouTube, things like that, and they just decided they want to get into it, but they got no fucking idea what they're doing. What is your number one?
That would be the same.
I could give a Rolodex.
I know. I was like, what do I choose?
Go for it. Give a Rolodex if you want. I don't know.
You go. I'll see what your answer is.
So I kind of landed on a couple. One which was knowing what your target is. So whether it's like you want to earn an extra $200 a week, and then working out what your average profit per item is, and then working out how many you actually need to sell. Like, that's really important. And the second piece of advice, which was really critical for me, which was not necessarily following what you see on YouTube, because that may not be available in your area. You have to work out what's accessible and plentiful to you in your local area.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big thing about YouTube is, so if I make a video, go thrifting and make a video, if I don't find anything, I don't put the video out. Like, it's boring, and I might go to 10 op shops and I only show stuff from 2 op shops, and it looks like I've cleaned up, like, so people just have to be wary of that. Like, there's tons of good info on YouTube, and you should, like, I think you should consume it and watch it, but you should also be very careful about who you watch and what you watch, because it's not always going to be, the best information or the most accurate information. But there's definitely people that will show you, everything. I will, but I just don't make videos anymore, so don't follow me.
You have to like go through my window and like watch this.
Yeah. I haven't been op shopping for so long. Like I have around here. I've been to a few local ones, but I used to go to Melbourne every week, and that's where I mainly went op shopping. And I haven't been for months and months because of my back. And I finally, for the first time in 18 months, I don't have any sciatica pain anymore. It's finally better. So I might go down this week, I'm thinking.
Nice.
So I'm pretty stoked about that. But yeah, I might actually make a video. Bowden's here. How you going? Oh, I missed some. I feel self-motivation is the hardest, especially when eBay is only a side hustle. Yeah, well, it's hard when it's not a side hustle. Everyone's saying hello to Bowden. Tip from me, the nobody, believe half of what you see on. Yeah, that's pretty much what I said.
I think like you know, thrifting entertainment. I mean, it is entertainment. Like there's some people who are reselling, but it's also what they're doing is entertainment rather than like really showing you how to run a, you know, a business.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard one because you can start watching videos and you don't really know who's who and what's what.
Yeah.
But just believe, sort of, you can work out yourself. Like,
I feel like it's a good segue into my tip. Is research.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Do your research on everything. Like, if you're choosing to go in a certain niche, and if you know a little bit about it already, consume the information like as much as possible. You know, I'm mostly niched into women's fashion, and I still spend hours and hours a week consuming, not just because I'm more trends based and like fashion based, and I just constantly consume fashion information and just seeing what people are wearing. I'm looking at, it's like I'm like window shopping, but I'm also researching like what people are buying online and things like that. And I just think that it's probably like one of the most important things. And I think I get asked a lot of questions where like people could just do their research, which is fine in some instances if they've tried and they haven't been able to find the information. But I've had people ask like recently, where do you get your hauls from?
Yeah.
And if you ask that, that's fine. But I can't tell you that. Like, you're gonna have to like find out what you want to sell, where you're gonna get it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, like, and a lot of it's going to be that last part of this, build relationships.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. And that's hard. It's difficult at first, though. I wouldn't say that's like a number one tip, like the first thing that you should do as like starting out, because it's going to be pretty difficult at first, especially if you're like don't really know what you're doing. But it's always like down the track, like as soon as possible, I guess, as well, is try to develop relationships wherever you can. And I suppose it depends on where you live as well and what's accessible to you.
Yeah, like I've got one op shop that I go into locally here, and I walk in there and I walk straight out the back. Hey, going? Hey, going? Like, and I'll just talk to the manager. Like, we've sort of become friends. I'll talk to them for ages. She might ask me for help on some things. Sometimes I get a look. Well, if there's a big lot of DVDs or whatever that's coming in, I'll get a look and I can take what I want. I pay for it, obviously. Usually, if there's really good stuff in there, I'll pay them way more than what they would have put them out for on the shelf. But most of the time, I don't really get anything from out the back. But I just sort of over the years became friends with her because I went in there so much, and then occasionally I'd be like, oh, you can do this and this will help you or whatever. And yeah, and so now it's just like I just walk straight out the back. Hey, going? What's going on? So yeah, you just sort of. I mean, some people are scared to talk to staff. Like you can't just walk into an op shop you don't know. It's hard and to say, "Can I go out the back?" Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it'll be the same with building relationships for bigger stuff, like more than just going out the back of an op shop.
Yeah.
I've never got around to that sort of. I don't really need that for me. Like, it'd be too much kind of thing. I'm way behind in the chat again. Lozzie, how you going? Yeah, I did this one. Research, study, build relationships. Watch out for sea creatures. Yep. Solid advice. My advice would be stay on Facebook groups. Those places, yeah, I kind of agree. Well, I definitely. Brendan, hey, going. Research is key to success. Other than just comping items, you found the trial and error with the low cost buy-in works for me as well as asking others in Discord servers. Octo's right. Some crazy people in there. I am in one that is really good. I love, but the others, yeah. I'm not in any of the Facebook groups. Couldn't care about them. Tell people what you do. Lots of people have stuff they want to give out, but don't know how or don't. Yeah, totally. There are a few that are great and supportive. Yeah, totally. Like, I mean, I bag the shit out of them, but I'm not in them, so I wouldn't really know, would I?
I think some of the more niche groups, rather than just like reselling, you know, if you were looking at, I don't know, war medals or something like that, like you would join a group. Like not necessarily it's a reselling group, but like those niche groups are, I think, more pleasant than maybe the reselling groups.
Yeah. Keep up the search and don't source if angry.
That I agree with.
Oh yeah, that's one thing at the back and give Wayno a good rub. That's why his back is better. Yes, thanks, Chris. Liv, I love your group. Yep, love Liv's. I didn't know Liv had a group, and I'm just sitting here bagging Facebook groups. Sorry about that. Figsy, hey, going? My number one thing, I didn't even think about, you know, like I told you guys, and then I went off and was doing shit, and I didn't even think about it. But I do have one that I tell people, just do. Like, the best way to learn is do. Yeah, you're going to make a fuckload of mistakes. Just try to keep it to a minimum, and you'll learn from them, and you won't do them again. Like, the easiest way to learn is to do. I bought clothes when I went into op shops for about a year before I sold any. And when I finally listed them all, like literally half of them are garbage. I didn't know what I was doing. But then after I listed them all, like my knowledge grew so much. Like I'd leave them behind now when I go in the op shop. Like, yeah, because everyone you list, you have to look it up and you have to see all the ones that have sold, haven't sold, all that crap. So yeah, that's my number one tip: is just do it. But don't go in an op shop and buy $500 worth of garbage, thinking you're going to go.
I feel like I've been around for a while on like the social media reseller thing, and when I first started, like I hadn't even gotten on Instagram yet, and so I was just like, I didn't even know what the fuck a reseller was. I was just, I was just like, oh, that's nice. I'm going to try to sell this. Like, and now it's so different because it's, there's so much information out there that it's kind of paralyzing a little bit. It's like, well, who do I listen to? Do I listen to the Americans, Australians? You know, is it the same thing over there to here? Like the people who are on YouTube or Instagram, what they're talking about is that what I should be doing? But yeah, again, like just do it and give it a try, but don't send yourself broke doing it.
Yeah, I mean, and when you see a YouTuber talking about something, I don't know, say it's a pair of shoes, a certain brand or whatever, and they put up comps for like $100, and it's like, oh yeah, I bought these for $15. I'm going to make $100 out of them, whatever. You can just go on the eBay app and search them up yourself. So yeah, and you will know straight away if they're telling the truth or not, because there's always outliers when it comes to comps, and you can always put a higher comp up on the screen than you need. Then, you know, if you search the filter, change the filter to search by lowest price, you'll see how much they actually go for, how many have sold for an average. You can work out an average price.
I
So
feel like there's something so strategic about comping something. Like it's not just like you look up the item and there's so many things that go into it. Like, okay, there's a certain brand, like does it sell better overseas? What's my market? What's the sold versus
active
listed? That's the word. and like how many of them are overseas, and how many are in Australia, like how many have actually sold, and is the item that I'm selling actually comparable to those sold? Like if it's just you're looking up the brand and like dress or something like that, brand and dress, is it actually recent? Like how old is this item? Like is it 5-6 years old? And I'm looking at a comp that's, you know, like the items from 6 months ago. Like obviously I'm talking about like more fashion kind of stuff, but it could be relevant for other things as well. But there definitely is a bit of an art to just like, comping something rather than just like typing in and going, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and there's like sizes and colors and cuts and length, like everything comes into it. And if you're just typing in something dress, then you're just going, oh look, it sells for $100, but I'm holding a size 6 that sold once in the last 90 days because not many people are a size 6.
Yeah, and it's like I always when I compare like fashion-wise stuff, I feel like Zimmerman's a really good one to talk about, because Zimmerman's been around for a while, and their older stuff, I don't know how many years old, I'd say probably like 5 years old, I probably wouldn't even buy. Like even if I saw it out in the thrift store, if it's an older style, and unless it's like there are some like play suits that do all right and they're older, but yeah, I just wouldn't even touch it with a 10-foot pole because it's just not going to sell. Like you can actually tell the difference between those really easily, because the stuff that's recent is, you know, crazy over the top. It's beautiful. It's really well made. And that's the kind of stuff that people want. And the other stuff is just like, it's just going to sit there.
Oh yeah, like a brick.
Yeah, you'll never get rid of it.
And like the comping's different too, because like you know, if I'm comping media, it's completely different to comping clothing. Like I might have a Blu-ray that I'm going to list, and there's 20 of them listed. I'll always go to straight to the lowest price because they're all the same.
Yeah,
it's the exact same Blu-ray, and the lowest one's $20, so I'll list mine for $20. But clothing's completely different. Like you said, you got sizing and everything. Even if it's just a t-shirt, you got different sizes sell for different money.
And I suppose if you have like a special edition of a DVD as well, like there's different iterations of those kind of things as well. And like that's something that you would have to learn to understand, because you might accidentally sell like a DVD that's you know, for $20, but actually it's worth $40 or something like that.
I saw one the other day when I was comping my own. The imprints that I've got behind me, you can buy standard versions. Some of them you can buy standard versions. But some of them had a slipcase with only 1,500 copies. And I looked up comps, and there's like 6 solds. There's none listed with the slipcase, none. So you can pretty much name your price for what you want to put on it. There's 6 solds. All of them are standard except for one, and he sold it for the exact same price as the standards.
Was there much difference?
Oh, yeah. It's like a $150 difference. I was like, damn, I wish I saw that.
Yeah, I would have bought it.
Yeah, before he sold it.
I actually, last night on Depop, so I do a little bit of like Depop shopping. And I was on this girl's Depop, and she listed a few things. And the other day, I can't remember where I saw it. It might have even been Rally Roots, because I do a lot of vintage. And I mean, I don't do a lot of vintage T-shirts, like that kind of stuff. I know about women's vintage, but not so much T-shirts. And I saw this T-shirt, and it was like a Xanax T-shirt, a vintage Xanax T-shirt. And I know that there are reprints of it, but her photos were really bad, but it had a tag, and I don't think a lot of the reprints do. And I'm pretty sure it's on like the Hanes or like the Beefy Tea tag. And it was $14. And I was like, I'm buying that to see, because that T-shirt has sold for $1,000 before.
A lot of the reprints actually are screen printed. So you may have a bootleg, but if you can be authenticated and it comes back real, you're off to the races.
I'm loving. I mean, I was going to buy a jumper from her Depop anyway, so I just kind of added it on. I was like, see if it's real.
That's awesome.
Where was I up to here? That's why I'm definitely not in the group, because I don't know anything about women's clothing. I probably should be in the group but I'm not going to sell it. Too many resellers think they're gurus or eBay gods nowadays. Yeah, totally. Go over and check out Christian's YouTube channel while you're there. Christian is one of the good ones. Yeah, you know, if you want to if you follow Christian and watch his stories, he constantly tries new things. He just he'll pick something up and he'll just go, "I've got no idea, but I'm going to give it a go." And that kind of comes back to what I was saying before. Just do it. I mean, he's got knowledge behind him to be able to take certain chances, you know. So I wouldn't go crazy. But, yeah, just doing helps you learn. Everyone's just chatting in the chat. Size can make or break. Sold a 6XL shirt today. Thought I would have to use it as a flag, but glad it's gone. Probably fit me. I actually get some insane Skylander deals on Depop. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff on Depop. Like, I just like browsing for myself, but like even people list like brats and stuff over there, and I've seen some great deals on toys, and I like in boxes and stuff, like the brats in the boxes, and I've been tempted to like buy them.
Yeah. Cal's been listed on that Depop.
Do you know what? Ever since I've been like doing a little bit more Depop shopping and I snap some stuff, if you've got the right stock for Depop, like it's a trendier crowd. I like shopping on Depop because the clothes are actually usually really nice and recent, and there's stuff constantly going up, even though the search engines are like a little bit like meh. But if you have the right stuff, like people snap it up. So I wouldn't say don't sell on Depop, but I think you'd really have to have like the knowledge base and the right kind of stock to put up on there.
Yeah, I mean, Cal's just been chucking heaps of stuff up. She's like, "Oh, this is heaps better than eBay." Like, there's a lot less stuffing around, and
I wonder what she's listing. Like, obviously women's stuff.
Nah, she's more just random.
Okay.
She does list women's stuff, yeah, but like men's stuff as well, and just whatever she can find. She hasn't got much around her where she is down at the beach. Yeah. So you can find some surfwear stuff every now and then. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
YouTube God, that's Christian's channel.
He's the plush god. I picked up a plush the other day because of him. I don't ever pick up plush, but it was like the first squishmallow that I found that was actually worth anything. I don't even think I've even found a squishmallow before in an op shop. I'm sure they get snapped up really quickly because they're pretty popular, but I found like a $50 one and I was like, I know to buy this.
I don't even look them up because there's so many. I see heaps of them and I'm just
I never see them. I don't know why in Adelaide.
Well, I don't know. I see them heaps, but maybe it's in the supermarket that I see them heaps. I don't know.
Completely different scenario, but
actually, it can't be. I don't even go in the supermarket. I do click and collect. So I've got a 9XL. That's fucking huge. I heard everyone else thinks Forrest Fines is a god. I do know some people that refer to him as the hot reseller. I think the biggest shirt I've seen.
What?
It was a piss take.
What is that? What? No, that's lying. There's no person alive who's.
No, he said it's a piss take, but it was true to size.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's not a thing.
Must have been on display or something.
It was actually like 2 bed sheets.
Yeah.
Together.
It wasn't returning the profit for time invested. I know Kelly likes the more relaxed part about it. She says the customers are more relaxed, things like that. That's probably been donating his collection. I don't know what that's referring to. I only pick them up because of Christian Squishmallows. Does anyone else get confused when in a retail store and get excited you see all new with tags on them? Yes. Like I have seen, like when I lived at my old place, I had like a Food Works around the corner, and up the back they did have a whole big rack of Squishmallows, and like the first time I walked past them, I was like, oh wait, no, they're not going to be worth anything. Haven't uploaded anything new in ages and probably won't for a bit, but thanks for the shout out. Christian's one of the goats. Go and follow him anyway. Brad and I get excited when I see the clearance section.
I've RA'd some stuff from the clearance section before. I think Officeworks is a good one actually for RA. Like I never go there really much anymore, but sometimes I used to pop in every now and again, and I have gotten some like random like clearance phone cases and stuff.
I really can't be bothered with RA. Like for me,
it's boring as shit.
And it seems like too much effort. Like I go into Kmart and look at the clearance stuff, or Big W or whatever. Look at the clearance toys and that. I just can't be bothered. I hate going into those stores.
We're not America. Like I feel like it's much. You wouldn't be able to make it. Well, I mean, I can't say that because maybe there people are, but I highly doubt there's many people making a living in Australia off of RA.
If you know your shit, like so like Judd bought heaps of stuff from like Big W or wherever because he knows that that's going to go up in price straight away. Like so if you know your shit, but I don't. So
I don't know. Is there anyone in Tech's group, Sam, that makes a living off in Australia RA?
Not that I'm aware of in Australia, no.
Yeah,
I did really well once. One Christmas I went in and was just scanning stuff because we were there shopping anyway. Came across these Minecraft advent calendars, and I listed it with the stock images from Kmart's website from inside Kmart, and it sold while I was in Kmart, so I just bought everything on the shelf and took it home, and I was like, this is fantastic. And it sold next day. Yeah.
That's crazy. I may have followed someone on here and ordered 5 Halloween Care Bears, so sellers, but I've doubled my money. Yeah, nice.
I actually bought, it was a long time ago, I RA'd from the reject shop.
All places.
It was toys as well. It was those like babies, those like baby toys that look like animals, like bees and like, do you know what I mean? They're from like the 90s. They like recreated them. I can't remember the fuck they're called, but they're usually like lying down. Someone will remember in the chat.
Talking about now, you said that they're laying down. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
Some reject shop shirts. Oh, say that 10 times fast.
Some reject shop shirts so well for me. Yeah, that's hard. They sell shirts at the reject shop.
What about Leanne? I don't think she got them from Kmart, but Leanne ripped the Anko tags off some denim skirts and sold them. sold them as unbranded.
You might as well just sell them as Anko. Like people still. I mean, I'm sure that Sam, you sell probably some Anko.
There is this very niche pocket of Anko stuff that you can get, which is not available like in the US, like the Anko cross with like a band, and people who are very into those bands will purchase them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've sold. So I don't even look at those, when you see them out or whatever. But that's part of some of that garbage that I bought that I shouldn't have bought. When I first started buying clothes, it was like Kmart band T-shirts. I never paid heaps for them, but yeah, like they sell overseas. It's crazy.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It's so bizarre. Like the Led Zeppelin ones, AC/DC ones, they're like, oh, I've never seen that print before. Buy.
Wow, that's strange.
And I'm not recommending people go buy Anko to sell on.
No.
Let's not do that, friends.
Yeah, I'd still leave them behind. Reject shop is underrated. They get decent leftovers of actual good toy ones. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Yeah.
I like actually. I actually have something from the reject shop. I want to go get
it. Yeah, they sell cool prints with glow in the dark. Anko flare jeans. It was. Yeah. Did she get them from? She didn't get them from Kmart though, did she? She got them from the op shop.
Okay, so I got this for my sister for her birthday, but she actually had it already. I knew her so well that she already had it. And I feel like this, I reckon you could probably resell these. This was $10 from the reject shop.
Oh, cute.
How
Yeah.
cute is that? Yeah.
I would
anyway, it's just like a little strawberry canister. I just think it's so cute. And it doesn't have any branding on it or anything. It just literally says strawberry canister. So
I do not get that.
Good for Hot Wheels, RA.
Hot Wheels, okay.
She did get them from Kmart. That's hilarious.
A clear at $2 or something like that.
Watch every reject shop get flooded with resellers.
We are not giving that advice.
A reject shop, hit me up if you want to do paid promotion. I don't think they'll pay much. Smart.
If anyone wants this strawberry canister,
yeah.
I haven't taken it back. So if you want it for $20,
plus post.
Plus post.
Strawberry. Toymate also get lots of oversupplied stock from other retailers. So if you want,
we didn't have that.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what Toymate is either.
That might be your state.
Well, I'm in that state.
Okay.
And Sam's from Frankston.
You go near Frankston.
It was a long time ago that I lived there, though.
Okay, they were to clearance rack, the Anko jeans, flare jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she sold them for $15 from memory, but it's around there. I can't remember.
Not a huge profit there.
No. We usually do shits me to tears, which I didn't even mention earlier today. But unless you guys have got something that really shits you to tears and you want to say it, I didn't think of one. TJ Maxx does well for toys. I don't even have it.
Oh my God. TK Maxx is so fucking fun. We just had another one open near us, right near our house, and it's so fun. They get all the pallets from, I'm guessing, all over the place. It must be from the US and Australia, Overstock or whatever.
They have to take it all.
Yeah. So I've got some really good, obviously they have the stuff they get over and over again, the same kind of brands, Kendall and Kylie, that kind of stuff. Peter and Jane, I know they get a bit of that, but sometimes there are just some really nice things in there. I'm sure you could probably do a little bit of RA in there, and I have before. It was quite a while ago. It was Lee Matthews, which I'm sure that you're not going to find in there very often. And if you do, they usually mark it really high. But I got there on their last clearance day because they mark them down over and over again. I'm pretty sure I paid $10, $15 for Lee Matthews. I was like, oh my God.
We went in there last time we were down in Adelaide, and I was so overwhelmed. I was like, what is this place? I did not know that we had those.
They have just nice brands and stuff for yourself as well. I feel Australia has, especially in Adelaide, it's just the same boring shit. If you like shopping and fashion and stuff, and even just homewares and crap, it's so boring. But I feel TK Maxx kind of gets a little bit of everything, and it's kind of fun.
Toy sort of RPG games for a quarter of. Okay.
Yeah. It's
literally next door to Nari Savers. So I have seen a Toymate then. Plenty of times. I actually know. I know what you're talking about now. I didn't know what it was called. I've never paid any attention to it. It's Australia's biggest toy store. I don't know what I'm talking about.
What?
Talking about places opening, Savers opens up in Sydney this week.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Yeah,
Like
because
in Sydney?
there's none in New
Surely
South
not
Wales.
in Sydney.
Yeah, that'd be weird. The Op Shop group's just gone mad about the new Savers in Sydney. Is Lee Matthews a country singer? I don't know, but he's one of the greatest.
Sorry, it's like a design. Well, it's not designer, but it's a name brand. Oh, it is designer, but it's like mid. I know.
No, Judd is on the ball, as in the Hawks' greatest player of all time. Yeah, he ran into a point.
That guy, I bought him in a TK Maxx.
Savers opened last week. That must be the Sydney one. Okay, or maybe not. Yeah, this opens this week. Don't know which suburb. Okay, cool. We're getting on a bit. Do you guys want to do the quiz?
Okay.
Please lower your expectations.
What kind of quiz is it? Like, what is the topic?
There's 5 music questions and there's 5 movie questions. I just got to turn my heater off.
Is it like things that we will know?
I won't know any of them.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I believe you.
Yeah.
You should know them all.
Okay.
Is the Octo's correct? It's a dumb Wayno quiz. So it's
we're doing it anyway, so let's go.
It's the wordplay thing that I always do. So
I'm terrible at this.
Have you seen it, Sam?
I have, but I'm not good at this stuff.
So for those watching, if you haven't seen it, if I say cab operator, the answer is taxi driver. That's the movie Taxi Driver. So I just sort of stuff around with the words a bit. Some of them are easy, and some of them you have to think outside the box a little bit. I was laughing when I made a few of these. The first one I think's easy.
Okay.
And it's a band. And it is Flaccid Cookie.
Limp Bizkit.
Oh,
Limp Bizkit is correct.
Of course it is.
Excuse me. All right, second one's a movie. I've done this one before, so that's a clue. You've already heard it before. Bowden was the first person. Soft Cell. Painted love. The Lime, 1.6 kilometers. It's easy. It's a movie.
I want to say no.
Not even trying.
1.6 kilometers. Brad's got it in the chat.
Oh, I never would have that.
The Green Mile. Green Mile. Brad's alive. Now, this is one of those think outside the box ones. This is a band. They got a female singer. I'll even give you as a clue because I think it's pretty hard. Drunk Extra. And it's a one-word band. Drunk Extra.
The only female lead singer of a band that's one word I can think of is Evanescence.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I nearly put Evanescence in as one of the clues. It's one word. Drunk Extra. You should get it from Extra. Brad's. Oh no, Liv's got it. Paramore. Drunk Para. Oh, you fucking para, mate.
I would not have related that to Paramore at all.
Extra more.
I fucking love Hayley Williams.
This is a movie, and you'll definitely know this movie. The Half Dozen Awareness. The Half Dozenth Awareness. What's half a dozen?
It's 6 something. 6 cents. Someone said it in the chat. That's cool. Yeah.
Nikki's got it in the chat. 6 cents. You guys are really bad at this, but my questions are pretty.
Sorry.
I'm very black and white. I don't do this grey area.
Para is got a New South. It's not really anymore. It used to be in the 90s. That was more of a 90s thing.
Paro. It's Paro, not Para.
No, it's not. Adelaide's different to the rest of Australia.
It's state dependent.
Oh, really? Is that a thing? I didn't even know that. I thought everyone just said Paro.
Yeah,
No.
well, yeah, you say castle, the rest of Australia says castle.
So you guys say Paro?
No, you say Paro.
Sorry, Para.
We say Para.
Paralytic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
This one's kind of hard, but there's maths involved with it that will help you out significantly if you can do the maths.
I've got a pen.
Flutter, 26 times 7.
I can do the math on that one.
If you get the math bit, you'll get it.
It's 182, but I don't know what the first thing is.
Blink-182.
Yes.
Damn it. Help,
You gave it away.
Teamwork.
Nikki got it in the chat. What are we up to? Another movie. This one you have to think outside the box again.
Oh no!
This is very hard.
I like the box.
Could we have done like elementary hour or something? Like
This is my enjoyment.
What
for
about
the week.
multiple
Like,
choice?
torturing him. All right. Outside the box. The Fifth Month Deceives. It's a movie. It's a sci-fi movie. It's one word, basically. It's the one word. The Fifth Month Deceives.
Well, the 5th month is May. Does that help you at all, Cara?
I was like May. I'm trying to think of all the May.
Is it Star Wars?
No. May is
With you?
May is correct. May is correct. There's no Y in the actual word.
Oh.
Deceives.
Matrix.
Nikki's good at this.
Yes.
The
I would
Matrix.
never have fucking guessed that.
Matrix.
Brad put the Y in. Oops, I just closed the page. Here we go. This is a band that I don't know if you all know. Well, you should, but Cold Apes. Cold Apes.
Arctic Monkeys.
Yes.
Very good.
That was before the chat even had a chance, I reckon.
Yeah.
This is a movie and it's super easy, this one. This is the easiest one on the whole thing. The Mother.
The Mummy.
Yes. Correct.
Nailed it.
I love those movies. I thrifted the Blu-rays the other day.
I've never seen them.
What?
Yeah, and I have a movie channel on YouTube.
Brendan Fraser is gorgeous in those movies.
Refresh your page, Kelly. You're about 10 minutes. I'm trying to unclick that. All right. A band. This is another thing's outside the box. It's one word. Stone Harden. Huge 90s band. It's more of a duo, really. Got a blonde dead singer.
That doesn't help.
One female, one male. Stone Harden. It's not. All the notes aren't from the 90s. No one is going to get it in the. It's not the Eurythmics. No. It's everyone's going to be like, oh yeah, Cha-Ching got it. Roxette.
I never.
I actually don't know. I don't know if I've listened to Roxette before.
Oh,
Have I listened? I would have.
You would know him, 100%.
Okay.
Mandy got it as well. Chris Abel didn't. We're not big in the 90s. Rooney got it and he wrote it correctly. Last one, and I'll put you out of your misery. This is easy. This is a movie. The movie, it's easy. Everyone knows this movie. Battle Bat. Battle Bat.
Fight Club?
Yes, correct. That is correct. Fight Club. And coincidentally, on the movie channel tomorrow night, we're going to be doing 1999 movies, and they were all 1999 movies.
Very
So,
smooth.
come along to the movie channel and watch us talk shit about that. I think I've got a voice. I'm losing my voice for some reason. As a coincidence? Yes. Planet on the Bats. Chris's favorite movie is Planet of the Apes. I watched it for the first time, Chris, last week or a week before. And
Which one?
The first one, the very first one.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was amazing.
Good movies.
I was going to watch all of them, but I watched the second one. It wasn't very good, so I haven't watched the rest yet. But yeah, the first, I think I might have seen it when I was young, like a kid, but I don't remember it at all. So I basically counted as a first time watch. But yeah, it's really good. So that's it. We're all done and dusted. Thanks, guys, for coming on. It's so good to see you again, Sam.
Yeah, it was nice to see you guys. It's been such a long time.
Yeah, and like we said at the start of the show, definitely go over and follow we didn't even say. You did say the name of the podcast, didn't you?
I don't know if I did.
No, you didn't. Say it now. Say it now.
It's the Business and Banter podcast.
Yes. So go over and follow them. The link it's in the description and it's in the chat up there somewhere. Definitely go over and give them a follow because you will learn heaps. I guarantee it. Best ending ever. Yeah, it was awesome. Is that movie analyst guy coming on? I don't know. I actually messaged him before, but I haven't heard back yet. So maybe. That's Shane, by the way, the movie analyst guy. Super nice guy. He's on Sky News and Triple M.
Oh, wow. Cool.
That's
See you later. Yep. So thanks guys for coming on. Go over, give Sam a follow. You'll learn heaps. Thanks again, Cara. Good to see you again. It's been too long. And thanks everyone for watching, especially all you guys that stuck all the way through. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll see you next week.
Bye. Maybe.
Bye.